Lights, camera, IFFI. Hello and welcome to Day 6 of International Film Festival of India. In this exclusive broadcast, we will get you a roundup of all that panned on Day 6 of the 55th edition of IFFI. From masterclasses to exclusive conversations with foreign delegates, we have a lot more to show you in this exclusive broadcast. Let's begin. The 55th edition of International Film Festival of India is also about imparting knowledge among young filmmakers. And to felicitate this, IFFI has invited many dignitaries from the world of Hollywood, Bollywood and the entire cinema to impart knowledge, share their knowledge set and give the young minds latest advices on how they can improve on their work and go with the flow with the latest technology in trend. Our next report gets you a detailed outlook on how masterclasses are being imparted among the young filmmakers by dignitaries from across the world here in Goa. The 55th International Film Festival of India is celebrating the future of Indian cinema by spotlighting the talent, creativity and passion of young filmmakers from across the nation. Recognizing the importance of exposing cinema students to excellence in cinematic craft and storytelling, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, through the National Film Development Corporation, is hosting nearly 350 cinema and communication students at this prestigious festival. These participants are given a unique opportunity to immerse themselves in the vibrant world of cinema through masterclasses and discussions. These masterclasses, which are held every day throughout the festival, engage with global and Indian film professionals, gaining invaluable insights into the art and craft of filmmaking. The masterclasses were attended by various dignitaries that had the celebrated names like Naga Arjun, Nitya Menon, Manoj Bajpayee and many others. They not only shared their experiences but also imparted their valuable knowledge to young minds.
I think as a director you try to make a scene alive, so you're searching for it all the time. So when Raman, that boat sequence was not there, we didn't plan to shoot it that way till the previous day, It is a conversation, it's a major conversation between the two characters, and it is somewhere where he's opening out and telling her. So it was a very dramatic scene, and to have him just stand in front of her and talk and say this, though we had thought of it being around it, but the next day you have to shoot. As a director you get worried about it. Till then you were very confident because it was there, it was a scene, the writing is done. But as a director, you get worried that, that you're not being able to do anything more to it.
Two films that come to my mind is Sri Charsobis. I love the story of a vagabond, somebody who has stars in his eyes, very hopeful, and how he makes it, how he deals with fame. That's something which really spoke to me. I love the music in the film, the performances, everything. And the second film, which is probably my favorite, is Jagte Raho. My grandfather directed, acted, produced, wrote, edited a film at the age of 24, which was Aag. Was at 24, right? Yeah, at the age of 24. I'm 42 today, and I still don't have the courage to direct a film. I produced a movie called Jaga Jasoos, which again didn't work at the box office. But it's something which definitely I have a burning ambition. I'm waiting for a story to come because, a director should make a movie only if he has a story to tell, not just for the sake of making a movie.
Very early in my life, I started understanding the meaning of dialogue, meaning of the sentence which is given to you to say, to sing or to recite. Okay. When I got admission in Delhi University, that was the time I was completely blown away by the amount of work that I had to do to really perfect the art of delivering dialogues. I was looking for somebody who could teach me the speech or the dialogue delivery. I could not get one teacher, Sudhir. There was not even one teacher who could be called an expert on dialogues and speech. Then I started looking for that particular person. So I went to Shri Vallabh Vyas, who was a very fine actor from National School of Drama. I sat with him. He made me understand that the reading of any Sanskrit literature loudly will help you in your diction, in your pronunciation, in dialogues. So I started doing that very blindly.
I think first of all, you need to have a very clear vision, very clear belief and vision that what I am trying to say, I want to say it. Believe me, it is not important if people tell you, अरे ये काम करेगा, this will not work, जो बिकता है वही टिकता है, बहुत सी बातें आपको सुनने को मिलेंगी. But I think it's very important that first step is correct.
Dum Laga Ke Haisha is a very special film, not just to me, but also the film connected so deeply with people that it's still the first thing that they come and tell me that we loved you in Dum Laga Ke Haisha, and that's truly very special. And I think the film is special for all the things, all the reasons that you listed, that it truly questioned the status quo. And I think through my work, I'm constantly trying to do that.
Let's rock! This year's Young Filmmaker program brings together 279 budding filmmakers from 13 renowned film institutes across India, along with 67 talented filmmakers from the Northeast. The program reflects IFFI's commitment to nurturing the next generation of storytellers and equipping them with the tools and inspiration of shaping the future of Indian cinema. With such immense masterclass sessions, the 55th IFFI continues to be a beacon for cinematic excellence, connecting cultures and inspiring stories.
Receive as much as you can, and only if you receive, only if your channel is open, you'll be able to give back to your work. So just be open.
Interestingly, the 2024 edition of IFFI, as always, is providing an opportunity to foreign delegates so that they can explore more avenues of their business exchanges on Indian soil. Let's now take a look at this conversation with various foreign delegates from various countries who landed in India to explore more opportunities. A lot many state pavilions were also witnessed during the 55th edition of Film Bazaar, and one of this is Telangana, which is known to produce master content when we talk about action, reaction, VFX, animation and everything. Right now I'm joined by K. Reddy from Telangana. Sir, thank you so much for exclusively talking to DD India. You've contributed a lot when we talk about cinema and bridging the gap between India and the global arena of cinema. What are the changes and what are the fresh things that you've brought in India over the years that have changed the entire landscape of India here?
Well, since I'm talking to DD, I first introduced the company called Divicom from the United States so that Doordarshan can be linked up to the transponders from there, go to the D2H type of a thing. And then I came back to India after living 27 years in US. Introduced digital filmmaking when everybody said I was an idiot to bring that in, who is going to use it, so on and so forth. It took me about 7-8 years, and I made my own movies, and I got Nandi Awards, the state awards for my movies. I sent movies all over the world, received several awards all over the world. And award movies doesn't make you so much, doesn't get you so many rewards in cash wise, but fine, you know, recognition is recognition. And now I'm trying to introduce AI in filmmaking. I have one movie is in the very early stages of making. Everything without a movie star, using AI tools, without a movie star, without a music director, without a story writer. It's in the works. When it comes out, everybody would know a total AI film type of a thing. So the future is here now. AI is going to rock the boat. It's going to disrupt a lot, like digital disrupted the, film labs and all that stuff. They were against me and all that stuff. They tried everything to kick me out of this. But I didn't. I stayed with it. And today you can see, small kids are making movies with their cell phones and then showing their talent and their capabilities to the whole world through YouTube and to their Facebooks, to their Instagram and so on and so forth. And making AI movies is going to be a thing which is about 6 months, I would say. The fully AI converted short films will be there by the same kids.
IFFI is of course about shaping young minds and installing your state pavilion here at the 55th edition. How do you see this as an opportunity?
We have thousands of people can do wonderful work like in Pushpa or in Bahubali or Iga or you name it, Hanuman recently. The kid Hanuman acted in there. He was his first movie was mine, which called 7 Days in Slow Motion. Went all over the world, 5 continents, got 16 awards. He did a wonderful job.
That's amazing.
He did a wonderful job.
That's amazing. And also, what would be your message to the young minds who would be looking at your interview and trying to create cinema, and they just need a boost to start with it?
Well, first of all, they need to have the confidence. We need good institutes. I know NCOE, the new policy which the government of India has come up with. They're going to start this center in Film City in Bombay. They're going to have 5 different branches all over the country, they said. So training the people is very important. And I also recommending for a long time, said Modi ji needs to come out and say this. All the subjects will be converted into a game environment for the younger youth to learn any subject.
But this is what the government is doing. They are giving the young minds a platform which is called Creative Minds of Tomorrow, so that they can come, join, create films, engage with people.
Yes, ma'am. But the parents are not allowing the kids to get into the education. So the other thing is we don't have that many good teachers also to start with. India does not lack creative talent. You can see the monuments what we have built with chisels and hammers. Now with these good computers and good programs, we can make amazing things. Every subject will be converted into a animated situation so that the kids can absorb a lot faster.
All right. So there you heard from the Telangana Pavilion that talks about how animation is going to be the next future for the upcoming generations. This is Deepika reporting for DD India with camera person Alok from Goa. Many international distribution companies are also here in India to showcase their work and how the gap can be bridged between India and global cinema. We have with us Ala Pavlova. What are your thoughts of IFFI and how do you see this as an opportunity when we talk about your particular distribution company?
Thank you very much for the question. I'm very happy and very delighted to be here, first of all. This is my second time when I'm participating this film bazaar, and I was happy to visit during this year, because the opportunity of distribution between 2 countries, Russia and India, are growing up, and I believe that my company Media Telecom from Russia will be able to involve our efforts into this very important process, because our culture are quite close, and that is why we have a very, from my point of view, fruitful future.
When we talk about the culture, I think the bilateral relationship between India and Russia are also taking a new fold with great relationship sharing with each other. How do you see this as a benefit for trade between India and Russia?
Trade is very important. This is, of course, about the money and growing of economies of both countries. But at the same time, it is very important to show the culture of each countries to each other and to provide more information about how we live there and here, and that they have very, very long-term friendship relationships, and we can provide it and to deep it much more widely and deeper into our lives. And I believe really Russian and India is really good friends. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Pavlova.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So there you heard that how Russia is also very excited about exploring the opportunities here in IFFI. With camera person Alok, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Goa. Belarus's The Dark Castle had a world premiere here at the 55th edition of International Film Festival of India, and right now we have the delegates with us, Mr. Amit Jain and Ms. Maria from the country. First of all, how has the experience overall been for you here at the 55th edition of IFFI?
Oh, first of all, namaste.
Namaste. So happy to be here.
We are just so amazed, and so glad to be here. It's really beyond our expectations. It's been so fantastic and adventurous actually here. Everything is perfectly planned and so many things to enjoy, connect with people, with different studios and distributors, as well as get to know more about the cinema, what's happening all over the world. So I think it's really commendable for me to NFDC and the INB ministry and the festival, IFFI Goa, to organize such a huge event at this scale and manage it so perfectly. We are so happy to be here. So this is our first participation in the IFFI Goa, and we are taking some amazing memories and contacts and with us, and we brought our film, and we are so happy with the reception because at the premiere our show was full packed, so we're very happy about that, and it's a good sign that because we want to bring this film to the masses and all the audience in India, and we are trying for that distribution. I think really looking forward for that.
And also, Ms. Maria, when we talk about your visit particularly from Belarus to India and the kind of opportunities that you see, tell us more about that.
Yes, surely. We so happy to be here, and so it's excited for us because it's our first time to be here. So we had our amazing premiere, and so there are a lot of cameramans, screenwriters, producers, and we're so excited and so happy to communicate with all of these amazing people here.
And also, when we talk about the various opportunities, the contacts that you're making, because you just mentioned, and we all know that this is more like a B2B platform that has been offered. So what are the opportunities that you are getting from here that will, help to strengthen the bilateral relationship of Belarus and India as well?
Yes, absolutely. For example, we've been working on this for some time now with so gracious and so cooperative NFDC, and we started in Mumbai with Cinema Day of Belarus, which was followed by our participation in the Mumbai International Film Festival. So after receiving much love and appreciation and cooperation, we then took this next big step and for our participation in IFFI Goa.
Now, when we talk about the collaboration that you were talking about, you would be aware about the arrival of OTT platforms like Wave by Prasar Bharati. How do you see this as an opportunity when we talk about India and Belarus and exploring and widening the horizons of cinematic experiences?
Absolutely. I think it is one of the biggest opportunity, and I think personally, as I say, as a filmmaker and as a producer, I've been waiting for it for a long time, because DD, Doordarshan and Prasar Bharati has been like we grew up holding the finger of Doordarshan in terms of entertainment, education. So it was a great opportunity. I was personally very happy when it was announced. So I immediately took the opportunity, to participate. I think it's the best way to reach Indian heart, Indian people, and like me. So I think, that is one of the biggest opportunity, and we are also collaborating with NFDC to work out the way to sign the co-production treaty, because we would like to very much do that at the earliest, because we are here and we can't wait to start co-productions.
All right. So there you heard the delegates from Belarus who are really excited to collaborate and work here in India and expand the horizons of their cinematic experiences with a proper collaboration. And this is what IFFI is helping them with, expanding their horizons and working on new cinematic experiences in India and abroad. With camera person Alok, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Goa.
Let's
The 55th edition of International Film Festival of India is witnessing a lot of buzz and a lot of amazing content from across the country. Right now, I'm joined by Mr. Jayan Cherian, who happens to be the director, the filmmaker of Rhythm of the Mom, that film has been premiered at IFFI this time. First of all, many congratulations to you on such a spectacular work. What makes your film stand out from the entries that IFFI has received this time?
Thank you for having me. And this film is Rhythm of the Mom about African diaspora in India. So African diaspora means the people, the colonial time people who are transported from East Africa, especially Mozambique, and the human cargoes full of ships who's anchored in, they're anchored in Mumbai and Goa. And the Portuguese trade was Portuguese slave trade was very prevalent the colonial time. But the colonialism ended and the slavery in British India was banned in 1835. And later, still the Portuguese Goa was having this slave trade. And until 1865, which is banned by Portuguese. Then there's several other reasons these people are freed and escaped into forests, and they create their own commune and the forest land cleaned and make it arable. And this community, the African diaspora generally in India called Siddhis, we have about 150,000 people in India. In Gujarat we have African diaspora. They are also Siddhi community, and also we can see in certain part of Hyderabad. There is African presence, African diaspora there, and in Pakistan too, Sindh and Bangladesh, and all over this, the great route of this trans-Indian ocean slave trade. This is the first movie we are capturing in that Siddhi dialect of Konkani. And also the African diaspora as a community declaring their cultural existence in silver screen through this movie, the first feature film. Several small documentaries being happened about the community. This is the first time a full-length feature film. All Siddhi crew acted in the film.
What is the ultimate message? What is the ultimate goal that you derive out of the film that can be of mass appeal when we talk about appealing the audiences here?
This actually the highlight of the film is the enchanting music of Siddhis, the Damam music, and their dance. Even though they're transported and centuries away from their native land, they are generally considered as the Bantu people from Africa. And their rhythm of their body and their music never taken away from them. They are using that music as a healing and a celebration, as a ritual, and also it is a shamanic level. They talk to their ancestors with that.
Now, having considered the fact that IFFI is the bridging gap between India and the rest of the world when we talk about world cinema and the presentation that the Indian filmmakers are presenting, how important IFFI becomes for you particularly to showcasing your creativity to the world?
It's amazing because this is Goan land. This is like a launching pad of the Portuguese slave trade. And this land, these Siddhi people came into India. And this is kind of actually the cultural archive was enriched by Siddhi souls, their rhythms, their music, full in Goa. The Goan cultural space, the Goan geographical, this topography is very part of the Siddhi community. They are being formed as Indian African diaspora here. But the Goan Goa itself and the film festival is a great thing. As an integrated India, a diverse India, now culturally declaring an ethnicity here, which have finding its place in the visual narrative of India.
You would be knowing that Waves OTT platform has also been launched by Prasar Bharati. Yeah. How do you see this as an opportunity to showcase such sort of work which is related to culture, which is related to art, or which is related to ethnicity that aims to reach the global scenarios?
India as a diverse country, and it was by our cultural apparatus and the cultural wings, arms of the country, is now integrating all the nuances of the culture. Our strength is this diversity. This land is made of streams of cultures, all kind of cultural existence simultaneously is the strength of India. And OTT, of course, that will be beyond the traditional screenings in the theatres, and it will reach in your house, in your private phones, and also personal touch to the every people who is watching the film. And the so-called elite connoisseurs is gone. A day-to-day man, a person, a girl, a teenager in their privacy with a phone or with a computer screen, enjoying this diverse linguistic and cultural essence of India.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for exclusively talking to DD India.
Thank you for the opportunity for IFFI showcasing this work and bringing the Siddhi people to our cultural space.
All right. So there you heard how cinema is being showcased here in India with variety of content that has a touch of ethnicity as well, that has a touch of culture as well, and that always speaks aloud about values of India and abroad. With camera person Alok, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Goa. And with this, it's a wrap here on this exclusive edition. We'll be right back tomorrow once again with latest updates from day 7 of the 55th edition of IFFI. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.